Hey, what's going on, parents? Another edition of Teenager Tuesday. Welcome back. We're in week 2 of Gaming with Jesus, and we're talking about this with the one, the only, the famous Grant Diamond.
Very famous.
Hey, Grant.
Hey,
I like
Will,
your
how you
Twitch
doing?
jacket.
Hey, yeah,
This is cool.
I like the, you got the merch, right?
That's right. And if you weren't tuning in last week, Grant is a legit full-time gamer, like a professional at this stuff. And if you missed last week's episode, go back and listen to that. Maybe you're watching on YouTube. And yeah, because it was really good setting up this week where you're going to kind of talk about a shift in parents' thinking, even when it comes to gaming, and then some of those traps and good things to light side, dark side, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I know it could be really confusing for parents, and so definitely want to help them out. And just in case my wife listens to this episode, it is professional esports athlete, and so that's I've asked her to just only refer to me in that way.
That's good.
I'm not at all. I'm an entertainer when I stream, right? In streaming, parents. So just in streaming, it's when your kids are watching people play video games. Usually, there's 2 categories. Yeah. There's entertainers, and then there's people that are just really good at the video game.
Okay.
And so I'm on the entertainer side. But
which is good. Probably most people don't know even that there's those 2 categories,
Yeah.
And if your student is super into gaming, how can they find your channel? How can they say?
I broadcast on Twitch. So look up Twitch. Preacher Guy on Twitch. So they probably watch Twitch. I'm on YouTube, TikTok as well. So any platform they search Preacher Guy, they're going to find some stuff.
Because it's crazy. So many people jump on YouTube to watch other people play the game.
Yeah. That's how my journey started. I promised myself I would never be enough of a nerd to watch other people play video games. I made a solemn vow with I said,
really?
And I've been a gamer my whole life, but I was like, there's no way I'll ever watch someone else play a video game.
Yeah.
And I remember the first streamer I ever watched, his name was Sparrows, OG. He was streaming Call of Duty Blackout.
Okay.
And I was just bored one day, and I wanted to get better at the game, and so I looked it up on YouTube. And now it's a career. It grabs hold of you. But let me help parents with this, because I know even right now they're listening. They're going Twitch, video games. Parents? Here's what I would encourage them in to help them just understand. Gaming is a huge category, and so if your kid is a gamer. Your kid, it's okay if I'm blunt, right? It's parents. Sure. If your kid is a gamer and you're like, I know my kid plays video games, they could be doing anything from operating a cartoon character, collecting little digital stars, something I'm doing with my 6-year-old right now on a Nintendo Switch, to murdering prostitutes in Grand Theft Auto online, right? I mean, that's not just a meme. Like that is, if they're playing Grand Theft Auto, part of the storyline could be, if they want to do the quest, murdering prostitutes. And so if your kid is a gamer and you're not asking questions and trying to understand, you've just got no idea what's going on in the basement or in their bedroom. And so I would just start by encouraging parents. We left off on this last episode, just asking some basic questions of your kids about what kind of games are they playing. I think when I think about challenges of gaming, a thing that I hear a lot from parents is it's addicting, right?
Yeah.
I mean, is that what you hear from a lot of the parents in your
For sure,
industry?
yeah.
How do I get them to stop playing?
Yes, it's that I got to get them to stop. And honestly, I feel that conviction for me because I thought about taking sick days to keep playing video games. I was like, I need to, so I got rid of my console. So parents are probably like, oh yeah, my kid always wants to skip school or not do anything else on a Saturday or something.
And so here's, I think, the opportunity with that, Will. I love parents. I love to think about opportunities more than challenges. And so that is a challenge when you see your kid, your student getting addicted to a video game. Here's why they're addicted, though. Let's think about this. What are video games? They are dopamine factories.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they are dopamine factories. They are literally designed to hack into your kid's dopamine system.
Yes, just like our phones
keep them playing, just like our phones are, just like casinos and slot machines are. Yeah. I mean, you've got teams of engineers. By the way, a lot of video games now mix in gambling. It's a huge controversy right now because instead of being able to buy items in the game, like directly and say, I'll pay $5 for this item. Many games now, you pay $5 to open a loot box that has a percentage chance of giving you an item, right? And it's been very lucrative for game studios, but obviously there's a lot of concerns for children around gambling. The reason I bring that story up is just because anything in gaming is going to be activating your child's dopamine system at a high level. And here's the thing for parents. You can either be scared of that or what an opportunity to teach your children from a young age how to manage their dopamine system. And I find so many. I know my experience. My mom is one of my biggest supporters on Twitch now, and she watches my streams. She loves it. I'm so grateful for her. But growing up, it was definitely challenging sometimes because, like many parents, I think my own mom often had the reaction of just taking it away or removing it.
Yeah.
And
cutting back the time.
Yeah, You're grounded from it. You can't just trying to force me off of it. And I now, as I'm trying to help my own son as a gamer with it, I'm trying to help him understand, hey, Rory, I know you love this, and I want you to be able to keep playing it, but you need to know that there's these other things that you're going to need to accomplish today in order to have more of it. Does that make sense? Well, it's just...
So you kind of talk about that a little bit more too, on that managing side of it. Like, so even before they start playing video games, like with Rory, you have do you have a time limit? Do you have a list of like, these are the things you have to get done before you play? Like, what's a good way to kind of manage that?
So he just is entering into his gaming lifestyle, right? So he's new to it. And I think, my basic instinct I have as a gamer and a parent right now with my son is really just helping him. I'm watching for those signs where he's getting hooked. Right? Because, and really what I'm trying to see is when he starts to get hooked is when I'm intentionally saying, that's enough. That's a cut. But when I do that, here's how I always handle this. Same thing with Netflix. This is good for not just gaming, just devices, right?
Yeah, Facebook for older people.
There we go.
Right? Sure,
just
everything.
Devices, right? Yeah. What I always do is say, hey, if you want to enjoy more of this later, I want that for you. But if you throw a fit right now, there's no shot we're going back to this later. And I'm just trying to teach him, I'm for this. Like, I love that you love playing this video game. But right now, you're going to need to show me that you can handle me taking it away so that you can get it back later. Versus just getting angry and frustrated and taking it away from him. And, I'm trying to be proactive instead of reactive in that, and showing him it's a good thing you like playing this game. I'm for this game. I want you to play this. And I want you to play more of it. But right now, you need to not throw a fit. Because if you throw a fit about it, again, I got a 6-year-old. For your teenager, it might be, hey, right now you need to show me you haven't done your homework yet. You got to get your homework done so that you can grind the game later tonight.
So in a lot of ways, you're kind of saying, like, set up those expectations before you have to react to something negative. Jumping in there even beforehand. And you kind of talked, as we were kind of talking about, these episodes and breaking down the content and stuff. I love one thing that you said in your email was that, here, I'll just read this. You said, helping parents shift from thinking they need to protect students from, which is kind of what you're saying, to better steward them in. And what better way to kind of steward them than setting them up with, hey, here's the expectation of, instead of just being completely reactionary.
100%. And here's the thing, gaming at the highest levels is expensive. So parents, you're probably going to have to pay for equipment for your kids, games for your kids. I mean, and I think in a healthy parent-student relationship, parent-child relationship, you can get a big win by showing them, I want to invest in this stuff for you. I want to buy the game for you. I want to upgrade your GPU for you. I want to build a streaming rig for you. Just show me. Help me help you, right? Show me. I want to do this with you, that you can, and every parent's going to be different. You know your own kid, but what are you looking for them to be able to do because you can do both. I think it's such a losing mentality for parents to just assume my kid's going to get addicted to video games. That's a losing mentality. They have an addictive potential. And there's a strong chance that they could get addicted to playing video games. But that's what we're here for as parents. We're here to guide them. We're here to help them instead of just choosing fear. And then your kid's going to get addicted to video games anyway, but it's going to happen when they're outside the house and you can't influence them anymore.
What would be some of those, I guess, red flags to be able to see? Okay, it's starting to head in a, not just a, man, this is fun to consume, but I like have to have this.
No, that's a really good question. It's probably different for every student, but I think a big one would just be when other life responsibilities are getting edged out, right? Okay. So if parents are noticing school performance is faulting, right? It's like, okay, they're not getting homework done, they're not, or even just interests are changing, like the thing that they used to want to go. I hate to use the example of outside because that's always like in gaming world we're always told to touch grass. When we get too
like
good
that.
at gaming, somebody
Touch grass.
when I have a great game in my game, somebody will get on the comms and say touch grass, you nerd. Because it's like they're trying to say you're just locked in your basement, playing too many video games. So I hate to say get outside, but if you notice that your kids' interests are changing dramatically, things like that, those are probably good signs to look out for.
That's a great. Like, hey, you've been playing a while, come touch grass with me. Because then they probably know that phrase.
Yeah. Oh, they would know that one, yeah.
And that slang, I've never heard that slang before, touch grass.
Yeah, you got to touch some grass.
Dude, I love that. Man, we're out of time for today. Yeah. We got one more episode of these. We're gonna come back. So parents, make sure that you tune in with us next week. And always remember, you've got this. You can do this. God is with you, and so are we. Have a great week.